um, welcome to today's tutorial. We shall be working with CapCut again. So on today's tutorial, I shall be teaching you how to create a giant effect, a giant person effect using um, CapCut. Now, um, let me show you an example of what we'll be creating. Now, something like this. Something like this. You can still see it here. So now, to do this, we'll move to our CapCut. Open your CapCut app. Let me clear this. Now this is CapCut. We'll wait for it to open. Sure, so let's select our video. We'll be using this. So this is the original video. This is the original video. So first of all, you need to record yourself. You need to record the empty background for a few seconds. Let's say 15 seconds, 10 seconds. And make sure, if you watch this, my video is shaky a bit because I was not using a video stabilizer. So make sure your video is not shaking. Either you just drop it somewhere that it will be very stable, or you are using this phone hanger so that your video will be very stable, because you will not be able to get a very perfect work while editing if your video is shaking. So let's add this. So for this, you need an empty you need a short clip of the background first, like this background. You first of all record your background for a few seconds. Then after doing that, you take the main video, which is where you come in. Now, see, this is the empty background. This is where I come in. So now, I did my own straight, so I can just cut and join later. So you can either use this or you do two separate video. But it is most important you have a very stable recording. So if you know you can use two separate video and it will be very stable, fine. If you can't, you just use one so you can cut later. So for this, I did just used one video. Now I'll cut out a clip of the empty background. See all this part, they are empty background. So I'll cut out this clip first. Split. You use splits. I've taught you how to split videos before. So now this empty background, let's overlay. I taught you overlay also. So you use overlay. Now this video is coming to the down, it's coming below. Now you see, it is below, but it is covering the video at the back. So guess what the next tool we are using? If you guess max, you are correct. So we are going to use our max tool. Now you come to max. This is your max here. We've done all this in our introduction, so all these terms should not be sounding strange again. This is the max tool. So you click on max. Then you click on this first one, horizontal. So now the videos, there are two. Now you drag this. Now I'll teach for you, instead of using your hands. Now this is what our max look like, right? But this person now, this full background, I want you to go up so that this up one will come down. So you click on invert. See this invert here. Click on it. Now it has gone behind. So now we have to adjust this our overlay. Let's adjust it. Position. You see where I went to, I double tap. This adjust, just click on it, adjust. Then you use it to increase, let the full video be showing, the overlay, let everything show. Now it is very good, important that this video, now I just did this one short because that was the only time I had to quickly make this video for the tutorial, so I just did it hurriedly. But when you are doing something like this, try and make sure that you capture a perfect video. So me, I just had to do this hurriedly so that we can have something for the tutorial. So after this, you bring it down a little. It should not be too up. That space, we want it to be lined up with that space. Now come to this rotate so that we can rotate it. Rotate, yeah, it is okay like this now. Then let's still bring it down. Good. Now if we should play what we have here, we'll have something like this. Okay, we'll have something like this, but we still want to cut out that part, that back to the part where it's jumping. So let's leave all these parts. We don't need these parts. Okay, let's cut from here. So you split, tap it and split, delete this first one. Now this is what we have. Let's still cut this part. We want it to be very perfect, so let's cut these two from here. We don't want any like discrepancy showing, so let's cut this from here. Tap, split, tap, split. So you delete this and you delete this. So shift this back to this spot. So this is what we have. Good. Now let's move this up a bit. You see it's not jumping to the front, right? We'll still come to that. Let's move this our overlay up a bit so that it will cover that space. Now you see this line up here is not perfect. You adjust it to make it perfect. You see this line here, the door, it is showing that it is too clip. So let's adjust it. Come to your basic. We already we've already touched all this stuff before. So come to basic, position. We have Y scale and ZX scale. So you use this to adjust it. Adjust it. Now the lineup is a bit better now. Now let's move it up a bit. We can either move it or no. We can either move it using the basic or back to our max. Back to our max. Under your max 2, adjust. Then you increase it so it will cover that space. So we have something like this. Okay, now we have something like this. Now this is what we are going to do. That part where you jump, let's go to that part. Let's get the lip. Okay, this is it here. Good. The moment it jump that is in the air, you split this one, this overlay, split it, delete it. Now you see the magic. Now this is what we have. As simple as that. Very simple. You see it. So you can delete the unimportant parts of this part so that your clip will not be too long. Split, delete. Remember I told you always delete this ending part so that it will not be showing you that CapCut watermark. So after this, you can add your sound. I already muted the volume of all these videos from here. So you go to sounds, audio, sounds, pick any sound. You can pick either from the ones on your phone or from CapCut Sounds. So I want to pick a sound from here. Okay, let's use this sound. Now this is what we have. Now if you see your work is not too perfect, you can edit, do all the finishing touches to make sure that it is very smooth. Now why this one is still even looking like this is because the phone is shaking. So if your phone is stable, you have a very perfect work. If your video is very stable, you have a very perfect work. Now after adding your music, before you export, you trim this unnecessary part of the music out. You trim it, split and delete. So after that, you export. You see where I went to export. I showed you how to export before. Now you wait for it to load. After loading, your video is saved, done, ready to share, done. So let's check our gallery and see what we have there. So this is it. This is our video. You see it. So that is for that.